Good afternoon. Let's get started with Romeo and Juliet in our books. Now, activity number 1, Cedra, please start reading.
Yeah. Romeo and Juliet have just met for the first time. Read the happens next, then read extract 3 on pages 48, 51.
Okay, read that here later, the paragraph.
Yeah. Later that night, when everyone else has gone home, Romeo climbs the wall around the Capulets' garden. He looks up and sees Juliet at her bedroom window talking to herself.
Okay, now the caption that's in pink, please read that, Shadi.
Yeah. Okay.
Read this part here, please. This balcony scene.
It's very famous, and Juliet's opening words, "Oh Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?" are some of the most famous words in Shakespeare's plays. Some people think that she is asking where Romeo is, but the old word wherefore actually means why, not where. So she is asking, why are you Romeo, not where are you Romeo.
Thank you. Now, if you look at the first paragraph, later that night, this is something because as part between chapter 2 and chapter 3, or unit 2 and unit 3. Now, what time does action happen in this paragraph? What time does it happen? Yeah.
In the night?
At night, we say. At night. Where
night.
everybody else?
Home.
They have gone home. So what's happening exactly at night when everybody has gone home?
Romeo climbs the wall around the Capulets' garden.
And why does he climb the wall around their garden?
To see Juliet.
To see Juliet, yes. Why does he want to see her?
Because he fall in love with her.
Because he fell in love with her. He has fallen in love. It's new. He has fallen in love with her. Now, when he looks up, what does he see?
He sees Juliet at her bedroom window.
Exactly.
In her bedroom.
At her bedroom window, at the window. If she were in her bedroom, he wouldn't see her. She was at the window. Now, what was she doing when he saw her at midnight and at the window?
Talking to herself.
And why was she talking to herself?
Thinking about Romeo.
Was thinking about and of Romeo. She has fallen in love. Now, what a question does he hear her say or ask? Siba.
Why are you Romeo?
Yeah, why art thou Romeo? This is Old English, Shakespearean English, we say. And what does that mean, Siba?
It's mean that why she fell in love with her enemy.
Okay, why are you? Not where are you? Why are you? She means where in the past meant why. That's the point. Now, the last part. Okay. What would you say, Siba?
I said that why she fell in love with her enemy.
Yeah, why she left? Or the question in the last line, why are you Romeo? Why not anybody else? Now, read the last 2 lines, please, Nasim. This balcony.
Yes. This balcony is a real place in Verona, which is still visited by young lovers.
So if you went to Verona, would you see this place? Would you see it?
Yes.
You can see it. Yes, you can visit it. It's a real place, مكان حقيقي. In which city in Italy?
Verona.
And why do young lovers visit it?
To flirt each other.
Flirt each other. كتبنا الكلمة هذه كل مرة. FLIRT. where would the boy stand? When they go to act, where would the boy stand? نفس روميو، وين بيقعد أو وقف؟ Come on.
الشجرة.
ساحد.
البلكوني، على البلكوني.
On the wall, over the wall. And where would the girl stand?
In the balcony.
On the balcony.
She would stand in the balcony and he would climb the wall. And they start talking, whispering, in fact, not talking. Now, read the sentences, then decide which ones are true or real. Shadi last time did that. Today, Uday, can you do that, please? Which ones are the ones that we would choose?
First one and 4 and 5.
First, fourth, and fifth. 1, 4, 5, yes. Now, why didn't we choose number 2 and 3? Fadwa. Why did we not choose number 2, for example? Yes, Sidra.
Because Romeo doesn't pretend.
He doesn't pretend. مش مكتوب انه ادعى انه حدا ثاني. And number 3, why is it wrong? يلا حلا.
Because Romeo is not.
Yeah, Romeo is not worried. Thank you. حطوا عليهن دوائر بس. يلا, let's move. Now here, Hala, start reading, please. Discuss the questions.
If you had another name, you would still be the same person. A rose would still smell as sweet if it were called something different. In the play, Shakespeare wrote these famous words: "What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell
as sweet." Now, what's the difference between the first part and the second part in pink? This is an explanation, and these are the words in the play. What idea is expressed in both? What's the idea, Hala?
أستاذ هاي الصراحة امبارح ما كانتش مبينة، كنت أحكي لك بس توصل تصوري لنا إياها، يعني ما كتبتها.
You can't just make guesses. What's the idea? You can say that in your own words, in a very simple way. Siba, can you help?
إنه if we don't the name can know it without by its smell يعني.
No, names are not important باختصار. Names are not important. Sidra, would you like to say something about this?
We don't love things because of her name.
Okay, so we love them because of their nature, their norms,
Yes.
not because of their names. Look at the answer here. The idea is that a name should not affect how we see things. Okay, who can continue reading? Fadwa, can you please?
أستاذ أقرأ الجواب يعني.
Yes.
Yeah. The idea is that a name should be for أستاذ مش واضح كتير.
Should not affect how we see things. Who can help? Siba.
The idea is that a name should not affect how we see things. We like to smell roses because they smell sweet, not because they are called roses. In this way, Juliet is saying she loves Romeo, and she can't hate him because his family name is Montague. In Shakespeare's play, the idea is expressed in poetic from an Elizabethan English in the student's version. They are expressed in modern English, and text from the student's version is easier to understand.
So, if you look at it, it's two questions. What's the idea expressed here? And how are the two ways of expressing it different? question number 1 لعند مونتاجيو لعند النقطة هون. question number 2 the difference between Shakespeare's play and this student virgin. السطر الأول هو زي ما هو وارد في الكتاب تبعنا، والسطرين هذول النهدي اللي هي اللغة الشعرية الموجودة بالمسرحية الأصلية. Now the difference between Elizabethan English and the student virgin is that the student virgin is expressed in modern English, this one Shakespearean English. So the first one is easier and the second one is more beautiful. The first one easier and less beautiful. أسهل ومش ممتعة كتير أسلوبها. The second one is more difficult maybe and more beautiful. You can screenshot that so that you write the answers. اعرفوا إنه سؤالين هذول مش سؤال واحد. Now on the next part, if you are finished the screenshotting, Shadi, start please. Number 2.
When he explains how he got into the garden, Romeo says things that cannot be true in real life. What does he say about love? He said that he flew over the walls on the wings of love.
Yeah, he says he flew over the walls on the wings of love. Now, does love really have wings?
No.
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 It's the language of lovers here. It's the language of lovers. His imagination, his fantasy. He's so happy and he's so light, خفيف. He's happy. So he is over the moon. And he says, I flew over the walls on the wings of love that helped me fly. Now, question number 2. Siba, read the question, please.
Read the summary of what happens next to see if your answer to question 4 above was right.
Okay. Now.
Oh, sorry.
The 2 young people.
The 2 young people have only just met, but are already planning to get married. Do you believe that this love at first sight can really happen, or is it just in books, plays, and film?
What do you think? Can it happen in real life?
Not actually.
So Siba doesn't believe that it can happen. Other ideas, opinions, please. What do you think? Come on, boys, girls, come on.
I'm with Siba.
And me.
Hydra and who's that? The third one?
Elizabeth.
Do not believe that it could happen. Now, in reality, though, I think Kinda is also the same. Now, in reality, it sometimes happens. It's love at first sight. Okay? A boy sees a girl, for example, a young man sees a young lady, and he just admires her and thinks she would be a good match for him, and so he asks for her and marriage, and they get married. It could happen, in fact. بس الجواب حر إن كل هيك أو هيك ما في مشكلة. Now, Kinda, question number 4. يلا.
Do you think Romeo and Juliet will get married, or will something happen to stop them? I think that something will happen to stop them.
Okay. Now, الجواب الثاني برضه صح. Okay, they will get married برضه ممكن. So هذا 2 كنا السؤال الثالث والرابع حر بس الثاني لازم تحفظوه. Now, the last thing here, exercise number 4. I need someone read that. Subhi, can you start?
يلا أقرأ السمري أستاذ.
read اقرأ السؤال والسمري هاي Romeo and Juliet. Or Romeo goes.
Yeah. Read the summary of what happens next to see if your answer to question 4 above was right.
Okay.
Romeo goes to see Friar Lawrence and explains the problem. He agrees to marry the 2 lovers, but only because it might end the fighting between the two families. With nurses' help, Juliet meets Romeo and they get married secretly.
اوكي، هذول الاجزاء اللي جايات مع الاسئله لازم نحفظهن لانهن كل بين اكت 1 واكت 2 او القسم الاول والثاني، الوحده الاولى والثانيه او الثانيه والثالثه لاخر الكتاب. So إذا نرجع للسؤال الرابع. Do you think they get married? Oh, most of you said
Yes.
no. They won't get married. Something will happen. If you read this paragraph, you find out that what happened to them? Alisabat.
Married, yes.
They got married. They got married. Who helped them to get married?
Romeo and Juliet.
Very
Fred Lawrence.
The nurse.
Brian Lawrence. Who is he? مين هو هذا؟
الكاهن.
The monk, M-O-N-K, or the priest. Okay? الكاهن. Now, the last part here, to help you remember, here are the events that happened, but just put them in order. So let's see which one could be number one. You can raise hand if you have the first or second or third, whatever. So Sidra, start.
اللي هي members of the two families fight in the street.
Okay, number two. Siba, then Ali Sabah.
Number 2, the prince says that anyone who fights in the future will be killed.
Okay, number three.
And 3, Romeo sees Juliet for the first time.
Okay, Fadwa, next.
The priest is angry with Romeo.
Okay, Tybalt is angry with Romeo. Now the next one, Hala.
Juliet finds out that Romeo is a Montague.
Okay, the next one, Kinda. Which one do you think is number 6, Kinda? So, Alisabat, do that, please, for Kinda. Can you?
Yeah. Romeo climbs into the Capulet garden.
Yeah, he climbs into the garden. Now, the next one, Siba.
Romeo and Juliet promise to get married.
And the last one, Sidra.
اللي هي في راير Lawrence marries Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, that's very nice. You know, in life, generally, when we have children, we have some of them prefer to others, and we say that our children are the apples of our eyes, don't we? We say ابني قرة عيني, صح? So, most of you are apples of our lives. You are the best. Thank you for being so cooperative and somehow taking part in everything, concentrating. If you look at that, screenshot it please. صوروا الشاشة مشان تحطوا الأرقام. ضروري تحفظوهم لأنه بسنة من السنوات جابوا زي هيك 7 عليهن 7 علامات من ال15 تاعات الأدب. فاهمين شو حكيت؟ Is it okay?
Okay.
يعني ممكن يختاروا منهن 5 ويحطوا لي إياهن مش 8. بيكون ثلث علامة ال15 علامة تاعت الأدب عليهن. Now that's the end of screenshot and we are done with this. I need to stop share and open the book. Just waiting for it to open. It's your textbook, in fact. Can you see that now? شايفين الصفحة الجديدة هاس؟ Hello.
Yes.
Okay, we need to look at it and start reading silently, please. Read the part of the screen that you can see. Thank you for reading silent.